Folks, what is up? How's it going? The joke is on us, on every single fucking one of us. I listen. Like if I told you, "Hey, guess what? Over the weekend there was a fight on the lawn of the White House." Years ago, you would have looked at me like, "The fuck are you talking about, Chuck? What kind of crazy shit are you saying right now, bucko?" But yeah, there's crazy shit happening right now. Also, if I said, "Hey, there were motorcycles flying on the White House lawn doing tricks and shit," years ago, you would have said, "Shut the fuck up. Quit talking crazy." Listen, again, the joke is all on us. So fucking laugh it up. This shit isn't real. There was some, there was always some sort of grace and poise of the White House, but now it is a fucking circus. I saw a meme that was a Venn diagram, and at the top of it had three circles. The top circle was the Matrix. The bottom right circle was the Terminator. And the bottom left circle was Idiocracy. All movies about crazy shit that could potentially happen. And in the middle of that Venn diagram, it says, "You're here." Listen, you go back and watch all of these movies. I watched Idiocracy. A good friend of mine, my brother, showed me that movie, Idiocracy, and how corporate America took over everything and people just got dumber as they just fucking went on in life. And it was a funny movie, but then to think about how the years have gone by and we are starting to live it. Like there is a monster fucking energy drink truck on the White House lawn. This shit is just fucking bonkers. And again, the joke is on us. So get your belly laugh going now. And I'm not going to get too much into this. I'll definitely talk about this on Wednesday to report the news. But it's just blowing my mind. And then the funny part about all of this is there's a fighter named Sean Strickland who says some of the fucking wildest shit that most people just think of in their heads. And he says that shit out loud. Well, he says some shit last week before, something like that, and they banned him from the White House for the fight. And now I feel he's going to start some kind of fucking uprising because he is pissed. I was on Instagram yesterday during the day, and I saw 3 to 5 different videos with him in it. Just pissed off. Calling people pedophiles and all kinds of shit. Not just people, but Trump, Uncle Donnie. And yesterday was his birthday, so, he went all out. So that's why the fight was yesterday, the motorcycles, the monster, Then they did a press junket on, the day before at the Lincoln Memorial. They're about to fight on the fucking Lincoln Memorial. Like, dude, what is going on? Other countries are going to see this, and they're going to say, "What are these pussies doing?" They're going to be like, "Listen, if we go to war with them, we're going to win every time. Look at this shit. These other countries are not doing shit like this, And if they are, they have dedicated areas for that. They're not knocking down wings of their fucking, their houses to fucking put up a cage to fight in. Like, this is just, man, at this point, I would love to see like how far Sean Strickland's going to get people riled up, because people are riled up. Then there was another one. He was like, "Man, fuck these sponsorships and all this shit." And I'm like, dude, even though I like him and I don't like him, he might be the guy to really push buttons and not give 1-0 fuck. Because if you go and type his name in and look anything up, this dude says the wildest. He does the most. And look, just look at that. Think about this too. He said something, free speech. Then he gets banned from going to something that he does on a regular basis. He's a fucking fighter. And if they'd have thought about it before, they would never have had him up on any stage talking to anybody if anybody would have done any type of fucking research. They would have been like, oh no, we are not going to give him the time of day. But someone fucked up, then they did, then he said what he said, and now he gets banned. So now, fuck freedom of speech. And not everything he said was nice and kind about different ethnic groups and shit like that. Like, that's why I say I like him and I don't. But dude, we are in a fucking wild time. I cannot believe it. And the last thing before I really get started with the episode, I saw a video where a guy was like, look at this. He's like, all this shit going on in the White House, and everybody was so pissed off at Obama for wearing a tan suit. And the guy was like, you know what? It was never about the tan suit. He didn't say it, but he was like, you motherfuckers are just racist. Like, we got motorcycles and fucking, I don't even, just the most. People fighting, Monster energy drinks all over the place. This is a redneck's wet dream. But all right, let's get started with the show. I'll talk more about this Wednesday.
It's time to get casually uncomfortable with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, everybody? Hope things are going well. Let's get this week started. Let's get it going. Let's make some more shit happen. It's a new week. Get your shit together. That's what I'm saying. All right. Wednesday, I talked about an article about a guy who got coffee spilled on his crotch. And I said before I read the article, I prejudged the article, and I thought that he was at a drive-through, and they handed him the coffee, and he was just holding it over his crotch while he was driving. So I was going to bitch and complain about that. But he was on a plane. They didn't give him a lid, and they just were just trying to get through and set that shit down on his tray, which was already overcrowded. So that's a little different. What I was going to complain about was, I remember in the 90s when that person spilled spilled coffee on their crotch, and it made this fucking massive worldwide fucking lawsuit. And that's when McDonald's had to start putting caution, hot contents on the lid. And then everybody followed suit. 90s, that's when shit, you could get away with suing anybody for anything. Nobody knew anything. Nobody was none the wiser. But now everybody knows everything. So it's a little harder to sue because companies and businesses are covering their asses because that's what you got to do now. You can't just go out all willy-nilly handing people shit. Even after you gave them a boiling cup of hot liquid, you still have to say, hey, be careful, dumbass. Hey, don't hover this over your dick, dumbass. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's what I thought it was. And I was like, man, maybe, this is survival of the fittest. Look, if you don't understand shit, then sorry. You learned at a young age. Hot can get hotter, cold can get colder. And you need to watch what the fuck you're doing. Like I remember there was a boiling water challenge that people were doing. And just fucking, idiots. Idiots. And I just had to look it up. It says this challenge surfaced around 2014. Right? That was, I don't know. That was the gray area of life. 2014, like, people were, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But 90s, early 2000s, wild times, lawless. And then after 2010 to 2019, that's like the gray area. It was a weird time. People would let shit pass. People were just doing dumb shit. I don't know how to explain it, but just think about it. 80s to 2000, wild, just fucking nuts. And then 2000 to 2010, weird. It kind of, I don't know. And then from 2010 to 2019, before COVID hit, it was like a gray area. And this is where people were, hey, my name's Chuck, and I'm going to do the boiling water challenge. And they'd boil some water and then have the camera follow them out of the kitchen and then chuck it on their friend. Just think of the exact opposite of the ALS challenge, but people are going to the fucking hospital. I mean, people were going to the hospital at the ASL challenge too, because people were taking not dump trucks, but what are those diggers? Excavators, filling them with water, and then they would tip them over on the person's head, and then it would fucking crack them in the head and compress their fucking spine. So now they can't look up. But yeah, that was just a gray area. And then COVID happened, and then people just completely went to shit. Crazy, right? Just brought out more useless human beings. And we all know at least 2 to 3 completely useless human fucking beings. It's sad to say. I know them. You know them. It is what it is, man. Everybody can't be useful. They got to be sometimes useless in their own way. And even if those useless pieces of shit are not completely useless, they are cautionary tales. I can already think of 3 right off the top of my head. And that is how I don't ever want to live my life or want someone to have to be around someone that lives their life like that. You know what I'm saying? I just hope it gets better at some time. I really do. I really do. You know what's crazy? Speaking of getting better, I love how they're taking all of the events in the calendars and that they've created over the years to celebrate different people. They're just deleting all of it. And if you don't know what's going on that day, it's a celebrated holiday on June 19th commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. And this is just another holiday that Uncle Donnie is just crossing off the calendar. And it's wild. And I've heard a lot of wild comments online and shit about Juneteenth, and I'm just like, man. The crazy thing is, 98% of these people won't say that to someone's face. And the other 2%, oh, they'll say it. And they'll fucking have weapons in their hand because they're pussies. But yeah, go look this up. Learn a little something about the United States. I'm not going to get into that. This is not I'm not doing the episode on that. But just know that holidays that commemorate anything now are just getting deleted. Women's History Month, Men's History Month, Pride Month, Black History Month, Spanish American History Month, or Latin American History. I'm not sure, but they're getting rid of all of it. Anything that Donnie don't like, Donnie does away with. So, get up on your history. That's what I'm saying, before they make that shit disappear. And they already have in certain states. And if you say certain states, always remember, Florida don't give a fuck about nothing. And if you think Florida don't give a fuck about nothing, then Texas don't give a hot drop of fucking piss about anything. They do what the fuck they want. And if you look up anything more about Juneteenth, it specifically marks the day, 1865, when slaves in Galveston, Texas, finally received their word of freedom. Because the Emancipation Proclamation was talked about in 1863, but again, Texas said, I am not going to fucking listen to you. Fuck you, Lincoln. And then it took 2 more years after that for that to finally be heard in Texas. So, like I said, Texas does whatever the fuck they want. I got a big question here. Why is it that all these places stop serving breakfast at 10:30? And all these companies everywhere are always trying to figure out a new way to get people to buy fucking food. You know what would get people to buy food? Breakfast all day. They make breakfast seem like it is the worst fucking thing to make, and anything after 10:30, you're a fucking burden. You are a piece of shit to make them use the same griddles and fryers that they do to make their burgers and bullshit to make some sausage patties. It's still a fucking patty. But as soon as 10:30 hits, fuck you. You ain't getting breakfast from us. Companies could just say, hey, folks, now we're going to serve breakfast all day. And you know what that would do? For the people that don't work a normal 9 to fucking 5, they would be able to have a breakfast that they didn't have to do anything for, and that they're spending their hard-earned money on. People want to spend their fucking money. Let them spend it. Let them give you their money. But then again, it's probably a good thing, because if these companies had breakfast all day, I'd be an extra fatty fat. Like, Wendy's has a good breakfast. I will say that. Wendy's Again, I haven't had McDonald's. Been about 13 years now, 12, 13 years. So Wendy's is my top breakfast place. Then Burger King, but if they have those croissant witches, then the fucking croissant bun is always brick fucking hard. So I hate going there. I don't do a lot of Chick-fil-A breakfast. Those chicken minis. Oh, I could have about fucking 50 of them. And that's good that they don't have breakfast all day. Because, dude, if I got off of work late one night, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get me some chicken minis. And some of that Chick-fil-A sauce and this. Pig out. So, maybe it's good that they're not doing this. But I'm tired of hearing about these companies say, oh, we're not making any money. Fuck you. You know how to make your money. Quit your bitching. That's all I'm saying. Quit your bitching. Bish. And then if you get there at 10:29, those motherfuckers are huffing and puffing because they don't want to serve you Bitch, make me breakfast. Stop bitching and complaining. I hate that shit. Some places won't even let you order breakfast after like 10:20. You got to go to the store. Now you got to rush across town, cutting people off, blowing fucking lights just to get some breakfast by 10:30. Fucking hate it, man. Hate it. I'm tired of hearing these companies bitch. Oh, what are we going to do? What's going to be the new promotion? Breakfast, you dumb fuck. All right, I'm moving on. Hey, Father's Day is Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all those fathers that are there. If you're not there for your kids, then fuck you. If you're a mother that's doing the double duty of mother and father, then happy Father's Day. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're one of these delusional people out here that think they're doing double duty, but they're not, and they're just being pieces of shit, then fuck you. So I think I covered everybody for Father's Day. So yeah. And I love how fathers, no matter what, they're not appreciated enough. Think about it. Mother's Day is one of the fucking busiest. It's like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day. All other holidays don't even fucking compare. Father's Day, they don't give a fuck. But again, if I was a father, dude, just leave me alone on the weekends. Let me on Father's Day, I mean. Leave me alone. Let me do my thing. Okay? Get some steaks. Have the grill fired up. Get me my favorite beverage. And leave me the fuck alone. Because Daddy's tired. Daddy just want to sit down and do nothing. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Happy Father's Day. I tell you what's crazy. They're setting off fireworks already. Last week I heard a couple of them. I was like, oh, shit. I mean, at least I hope they were fireworks. But all the fireworks places that I see, you go out to the mall and they got that little tent. They're like, come on out here and get all the fireworks you can. I don't, when I was younger, yeah, cool. All the fireworks shit, that was awesome. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome. But now, I don't have the right type of fucking insurance to be fucking around with some shit named Godzilla's dick. I don't have time for that kind of shit. I'm not trying to lose fingers, eyes, toes, nose, ears, any of that. I want to keep everything intact because old Chucky boy doesn't have the time or the money. You know what I'm saying? So get ready. It's going to sound like a fucking war zone out there in the upcoming weeks, honestly. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Always remember that the bills are not going to stop. Don't matter what you're doing, how you're doing it. Things are looking up, things are looking down. The bills don't give a shit about that. They want your money. And guess what they're going to get? Your money. I don't give a shit what you think you're going to be able to do. That shit don't stop. At all. And they're not going to pay themselves. So get your shit together is what I'm saying. Get it together because there ain't nothing you can do, buddy boy. Last week, I lived off of chicken salad, yogurt, watermelon, and these peanut butter bars that were delicious. This week, right now, I have moved to ground beef, mixed vegetables, so carrots, peas, and what else? Some other shit. I can't even think right now. Damn it. Carrots and peas. And I add in some tzatziki sauce, and then I round it out with some sweet potatoes that I baked for an hour. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get my shit together. Like I said before, this is the new chapter. This is the new shit that's going on in Chuck's life. And right now, it's a good thing that I don't have time to be stopping and going somewhere to eat and taking my time because Chuck's in work mode. Time to work, get the fuck home, get to sleep. No time for games. The games happen on the weekend. That's when Chuck cuts loose. Loose as a motherfucking goose. But yeah, during the week, getting shit done. And I like it. I really do. I really do. But making this tzatziki beef vegetable mix, oh my goodness. I know for a fact that this is going to be something that I'm going to be nibbling on for a while. And the sweet potatoes that I got, I'm going to tell you what I put on them. Nothing. Au natural, baby. All I did was put them, I poked some holes in them, put them in the oven for an hour, pulled them out, let them cool down for, about 20 minutes. But even still, they're still in the skin, and them bitches was still hot. Cut down the skin, take them out, then you let them sit for another 20 minutes. Still just at that point now they're warm. And then you slice them into little, just like rings. I was going to say medallions, but no. You slice them into rings. Now I'm letting everything cool down. And then I'm going to put it in individual containers, and Chuck will be ready for the rest of the week. Ew. He's going to be eating like a king. So the trick that I'm doing now is to stay consistent and rewire my brain to not think that I need a little snacky snack after every fucking meal. Because you don't. You eat your food and you go on about your day. Life sustaining. It's not supposed to be a fucking party every day. Oh, I had dinner. Now I need a little snack, a little something sweet. Fuck that sweet tooth. I'm tired of it. It's time to get this shit together. I've done it once. I've lost. Actually, no. I'm going to say I've done it twice. And that was only after I was out of a job for 3 months and I just, Chuck got a little out of control. And then he lost it. That son of a bitch lost it. And now, I got to do it now because I'm only getting older and shit's going to start, acting weird. And I don't want that. No. So now you just eat the same damn thing. You're not expecting anything grand or, fabulous. You just eat your food. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm telling you, this tzatziki, ground beef, mixed vegetables, oh my, and some sweet potatoes with nothing on them because they got that natural sweetness. Make you just go, it's fucking delicious. Try it. That's all I'm saying. Try it. You know what's something crazy I think about? Why do people, like when you meet a new person, like if you're dating or, you're talking to someone, why is it always, what color do you like? Everybody asks that question. I don't care how old you get. At some point, that is going to be one of your questions. They're going to be like, hey, you got any questions for me? And you go, yeah, what's your favorite color? Mine has honestly changed over the years. When I was younger, it used to be blue. Then I started getting a little older, then it was forest green. And then I got older, and it became, honestly, I added another color. It was forest green and brown. And that's what I have my bedroom as. And it is a nice, calm room that you just want to get your ass into and to sleep. Now, the color I like is purple, like a royal purple. I love how it changes. But yeah, I was just talking to someone about that, and they were like, yeah, why do people always go for a favorite color? And then shit like this happens. You go down memory lane. Hey, the color used to change, and I really like it because of this. I mean, it does open up another door. Honestly, that's why you say it, but everybody does it. And don't say you haven't, because I know you fucking have. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. You done it. I know you did. Folks, I think it has come to the time where Chuck needs to get ready for the new day. And that means I got to get my ass out of here. I got shit to do. And I know you do too. So go get some shit done. All right? This was a good time. As always, having a blast. Because that's what I'm here for. So thank you again for joining me on this episode of Casually Uncomfortable. All right, let's hit that music. Don't forget, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable. Twitter, at Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know. All right? Be safe. Have fun. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll talk about the news. And don't be a piece of shit. Peace.